You've explained yourself clearly. You've stayed calm. You've even chosen your words carefully. And still, people overlook you, interrupt you, dismiss you. Not because you lack intelligence, but because you lack presence. Most people are taught the wrong rule. Speak louder, defend harder, win the argument. But every time you do that, you lose something far more important. You lose authority. Because real power doesn't argue. It doesn't chase approval. It doesn't need to convince. It stands still, speaks once, and lets silence do the rest. There are individuals who enter a room, say a single sentence, and instantly shift the atmosphere. No tension, no force, no noise, just control. This is not charisma. This is discipline under pressure. The Stoics understood this at the highest level. Epictetus taught that your power lies in your response, not in events. And that response must be measured, not emotional. Marcus Aurelius led armies and ruled millions, yet never relied on volume to command respect. Because he knew something most people ignore. The man who controls his words controls the room. Words are not just communication. They are signals. Signals of strength. Signals of boundaries. Signals of self-respect. Used carelessly, they weaken you. Used precisely, they make people stop and listen. Today, you're going to learn 5 Stoic rules. Each one is simple. Each one is controlled. Each one is effective. These are not tricks. They are principles. Principles that create instant respect. Without conflict, without noise, without effort. It doesn't matter who you're dealing with. A boss, a partner, a stranger testing your limits. These rules work, but only if you stay calm enough to use them. Here are 5 Stoic rules that will make people respect you instantly. Don't skip this, because one sentence, used correctly, can change everything. If you're locked in, comment 1. Phrases 1. Calm, disagreement. The moment you disagree without emotion, you take control of the room. Epictetus taught that judgment must stay separate from emotion. Most people ignore this. They react instantly. They interrupt. They try to prove they're right. But the more they push, the more they reveal a need for approval. Most people fall into 2 traps. They either stay silent to avoid tension, or they attack to dominate. Both positions weaken authority. You do neither. You listen fully. You stay composed. And when you speak, you say, I understand your point, but I disagree. Nothing more. No explanation. No emotional charge. No need to convince. Just clarity. This creates an immediate shift. You acknowledge the other person, without surrendering your position. You stand firm, without creating conflict. That balance is rare, and rare signals strength. People start to notice something. You're not reacting. You're choosing. Make this your default pattern. Next time someone pushes an idea you don't accept, don't rush to argue. Deliver the line once. Then stop. Let the silence reinforce your position. That silence is where respect begins. Phrases 2. Set boundaries without emotion. The moment you reject disrespect calmly, you establish your value. Seneca taught that self-respect is the foundation of how others treat you. Most people tolerate too much. They laugh at things that offend them. They stay quiet when lines are crossed. They allow small disrespect to pass. And it compounds. Most people fear confrontation, so they trade dignity for comfort. You don't. When something crosses your line, you don't explain. You don't argue. You don't justify. You say, I don't find that appropriate. Calm, direct, final. This does something powerful. It forces the other person to confront their behavior without giving them a fight to win. No emotion means no leverage. You're not attacking them. You're defining yourself. And that distinction matters, because once people see you won't validate disrespect, they adjust. Not because you demanded it, but because you made the boundary clear. Practice this. Next time someone makes a joke, comment, or remark that crosses your line, don't hesitate. Hold eye contact. Say the line once. Then move on. No tension. No drama. Just standards. Phrases 3. Control the frame of respect. The moment you define the rules of a conversation, you take control. Epictetus taught that you cannot control others, only your response. Most people forget this. They react instantly. They match aggression. They get pulled into emotional chaos. And the moment they do, they lose authority. Most people accept the other person's frame. Raised voices, interruptions, disrespect. They play inside it. You don't. When someone crosses the line, you don't compete. You don't escalate. You reset the standard. You pause. You stay calm. And you say, let's talk when we can do so respectfully. No anger. No explanation. No negotiation. Just a condition. This changes everything. You are not avoiding the conversation. You are controlling access to it. Now the other person has a choice. Adjust or lose the interaction. That is where power shifts. Practice this. Next time someone brings tension, don't follow. Slow down. Lower your tone. Say the line once. Then wait. Silence will do the rest. Phrases 4. Walk away without needing the last word. The moment you stop needing to win, you regain control. Marcus Aurelius taught that the best response to disrespect is to not become like the one who gave it. Most people ignore this. They stay in arguments too long. They try to prove every point. They chase the last word. And the longer they stay, the more control they lose. Most people believe leaving is weakness, but staying in a pointless conflict is what drains power. You don't stay. When a conversation turns into ego, when it goes in circles, when the other person stops listening, you recognize it, and you decide to end it. You say, I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. Calm, direct, final. No anger. No explanation. No hesitation. This removes you from the game entirely. No reaction to feed on. No argument to continue. Just silence. And silence creates distance. Practice this. Next time someone pulls you into endless debate, don't try to win. Say the line once, then walk away. Phrases 5. Respect without submission. The moment you respect others without surrendering your position, you become unshakable. Seneca warned that being a slave to others' opinions is the deepest form of weakness. Most people don't see it. They argue endlessly. They try to convince. They seek agreement to feel secure. And in doing that, they lose themselves. Most people think respect means agreement, or that disagreement creates conflict. Both are wrong. You can respect someone without accepting their view. That's strength. When someone insists, pressures, or tries to change your stance, you don't argue point by point. You don't defend endlessly. You say, that's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. Calm, balanced, final. This does something powerful. It closes the door to pressure. without damaging the relationship. You acknowledge without submitting. You stand firm without attacking. That balance commands respect. Practice this. Next time someone tries to pull you into agreement, don't fight to win. Hold your ground. Deliver the line once. Then stop. Let them sit with it. You don't need to raise your voice to be respected. You need to raise your standard. These 5 rules are not about control over others. They are about control over yourself. When you stay calm while others react, you stand out. When you speak with clarity instead of emotion, people listen. When you set boundaries without hesitation, people adjust. This is how respect is built. Not through force, not through argument, but through consistency. Epictetus taught that your power lies in how you respond, and every phrase you use is a reflection of that power. Used carelessly, words weaken you. Used with precision, they define you. So don't rush your speech. Don't fill silence out of discomfort. Say less, mean more, and let your presence carry weight. Now, it's your move. Pick one rule. Apply it today, in a real conversation. Not tomorrow. Now, because respect doesn't come from knowing, it comes from action. If you'll apply this today, comment 1. Stay stoic, stay strong,